Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. I hope you guys are having a blessed day and you're spending time with your family or friends or even just curl up on the couch with some Netflix binge watching. So today we're going to be talking about moving in the military, moving just an ordinary life, and I hope that I can give you guys a couple moving tips. I'm going to start off right now with just explaining a little bit about our moving experiences. So this will be my 5th time moving. 3 of the times were through the military. So in the military, you can move through their movers. However, you cannot pack up your own stuff. They will come to your house and pack your stuff up for you, which is really nice. The first time that we moved, we did it by ourselves, and let me tell you, it was awful doing it by ourselves. Like, we didn't have any kids at the time, but I was pregnant, and I was just pregnant, so like I could do stuff, but when I was pregnant with Blake, I had super bad morning sickness, and it literally lasted all day, all night, and it lasted the entire pregnancy. It was awful, but it was extremely awful in the beginning. It was just, I couldn't keep anything down. I'd get like dizzy, cooking food, even smelling food, even thinking of food, I would throw up. I remember one time I had a dream about spaghetti, and I could not eat spaghetti. I'm not kidding you. My whole pregnancy, like even after my pregnancy, it took forever. So anyways, it sucked because I was pregnant and I felt like I couldn't do a lot. So we had family come and help us move all our stuff to a storage unit, and that was really nice. So I guess what I'm saying is that it does save money somewhat if you do your own moving, and that way you can like put your stuff in your own boxes and everything. But the downfall to that is that you are so busy cleaning your house and getting it ready for an inspection to leave your house, and you're so busy getting everything packed away that you lose that time with your loved one before they leave and deploy, which is kind of hard, but sometimes it's just worth it financially. And if you don't have any kids and you're not in a situation like I was, I would suggest doing it on your own. It was helpful. And our last time we did it, we ended up having somebody come to the house through the military, and they boxed all our stuff up and took it. That was really nice. We didn't have to pack anything. We kind of got to just sit back and relax. And at that time, Blake was a baby, so it was just really nice. We got all that extra time to spend together. I could focus on Blake and not have to worry about running around and doing everything. So that was really nice. And this deployment, we are not moving to a different house or a different station. So now we don't have an option. We have to do it ourselves. So we're going to be moving most things to storage. I'll take some stuff up with me home, but I don't need to bring a lot of stuff up with me because, like I said, we are staying with my mother-in-law. She basically has everything we need. I'll just need to bring things up, like some of the boys' toys and like clothes and stuff. So that's really nice to not have to worry about like bringing furniture and all the necessities. It's really nice. So that's kind of our little gist. So right now, this weekend, we're focusing on packing, and I was going to show you kind of how we label the boxes, how I do. I'm really picky and want exactly what I need to know on the box. So I have a box, and it's got some writing on it. Just ignore it. I'm actually going to write, I think, on the back of the box, because there's no writing there, so it'll be easier. and I will show you what I'm writing. So just hold on a second, please. All right, you guys, so here's just like kind of a little example of how I like to label the boxes so I make it easier on myself. Our first deployment, I didn't do this because I just didn't think of it. I just kind of threw stuff in boxes and didn't care. I just wanted to be done packing. But it really does help to have it organized. So for example, I will write what it's for, like where in the house it's gonna be. So this is a kitchen box, and it's gonna be fragile. So I usually write that in bold words with exclamation points all over. And then I just list underneath usually just a little bit of what's in there so I know. And that way when we move in, if I need something right away and I can't find it, I just have to look at that list. So like here it says this one's got utensils, some pans, and pot holders in it. So just simple things like that. So that's an example of that. And I don't really do anything like out of the ordinary when packing boxes. I do use a lot of bubble wrap because I just don't want things to break. Another thing we do is I do use regular boxes and we store them all year. We save diaper boxes, we save boxes from Christmas. Any boxes we get, we break down and we just leave in the garage, mainly because my husband's job, he deploys a lot. So we're kind of always like on that verge, like, is he gonna be deployed? Are we gonna go home? Are we gonna stay? Things like that. So we do that. And I just recently started purchasing some Rubbermaid totes, you know, the little plastic totes. And I've been putting stuff that I don't want to get ruined if like our storage unit was to flood or anything like that. So I've got like all our books in these totes. I've got like our blankets and linen and just things like that. So that is kind of annoying because like they are somewhat expensive, especially if you're getting a lot to use those. But especially if you're in the military, like it's a big tip to use them just because you can reuse them over and over. You don't have to worry about your boxes breaking. And like I said, like we move around all the time. So it's just an advantage to us. We don't have to worry about our things being ruined or like mice getting in and eating them. So just always keep that in mind. What's another thing? So also another thing is if you have anything valuable with you, even if you're having the military move your stuff, anything that has meaning to you, always carry it with you. So this last time that we are moving to where we are stationed now, I had 2 boxes in the truck with us, and like it had Blake's baby album in it, it had our wedding album in it, had my jewelry boxes, our safes were in there, and just things that were like valuable to us because you never know what could happen. And you know, there are sometimes movers where things show up missing or damaged, and things that have that sort of meaning to you, you don't want to lose or you don't want to break or have that risk of it. So just always carry it with you. And yeah, just I trust myself. I don't really trust other people with stuff that's so memorable like that. So always do that. Another key point is when you're moving, especially as much as we do, that you hold on to what is dear to you, but things that you don't think you need or you think that other people could use, you're gonna downsize. Like, I'm going through our garage right now and I've got like a whole bunch of decorations and like things I've saved. I'm like, oh, when we have another child, or oh, if we have a niece or nephew, things like that aren't like really valuable to me. I've been putting in a pile, and we have been donating to a place called the Airman's Attic, and this is usually typically on any Air Force base. It's just like a donation spot to take things that you no longer need, but certain ranks can go in there and they can get your stuff for free. So it's kind of like a Goodwill just for the people that are stationed and that fall under that rank. But it's just super helpful. Everything's free. Like, we go and get the boys' clothes, and it's been really helpful for Blake because we finally got out of like the habit where everyone's like sending us clothes and stuff. That's kind of diminished since we've had 2, and also like all his clothes from his baby shower, like he's outgrown all of them. The highest size we got was 2T, and he's now in 3T, so like we have to actually like go out and get stuff. So anyways, you're gonna have to downsize. It's just, you have to do it. It sucks, but just keep what you want memorable, like I said, and things that you can part, just donate. Other people could use it, you know? Why hold on to something that's just sitting in your garage when there could be a family down the street that, oh, they need outside toys for their kids to play, or oh, they don't have any clothes and they're embarrassed to go get some, you know, or ask for help. Just things like that. Help out your community, guys. So now on to the next subject. I think I've basically covered everything. I am going to give you a tip about packing. It's only like the only one tip I could really think of besides labeling the boxes. And it's called clothes rolling. Anybody in the military, probably people out of the military, could tell you this too. Excuse me. When you pack your clothes, you don't just fold them. If you fold them, you run out of room. My husband actually taught me this when he was showing me how he packs for his deployment. So I'm going to show you an example. This is how to roll your clothes, which saves you room where you can pack more into a bag, and it's really nice. I actually fit all of Liam's clothes into a duffel bag doing this. And let me tell you, that baby's got a lot of clothes. So here's just an example. These are Liam's PJs. You just fold it in half, fold it over, and you're just gonna roll it just like this. And think about this, how much room you are going to save in your suitcase. And you can do it with any clothing. You can even do it with like your towels and linens when you pack those away. So keep that in mind. Other than that, we are getting ready for this deployment with packing. It's been super emotional as it's getting closer, but we're handling it very well, and we're just trying to think of the boys and keeping them in mind. Sorry, my husband's being a crazy man. But that's all I have for you guys. If you have any more questions, any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to comment. Always subscribe. Help reach me out and share me so your friends can see. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good Saturday, guys. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. Here is a very cute clip, as promised, of my littlest guy.
Oh, Piggy, you got stinky feet. Oh, Piggy, you got stinky feet. Oh, Piggy, you got stinky feet.